Hi everybody and welcome to this week's Sew It Seams video. We are working on making the log cabin quilt. We should be finished cutting now. I am. I hope you guys are. So this week we're going to start the fun part, which is the sewing. So as we start sewing, we're going to take our strips. This is my center. So I want you to lay out your center and your first light. So center and first light. And I want you to put them right sides together, meaning the darkest color facing the darkest color. So like this has color, this doesn't. So this is the right side. So right sides together. So my colored side to my colored side, just like that. And then I want you to sew all the way down these two strips. Right sides together, just sew straight down. All right, so here we go. All right, so now that you have your two strips sewn together, here are mine sewn together, la 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 la. The next step is going to be to cut. So, what you're gonna do is, and by the way, these sewing instructions can be found on page 33 in your Eleanor Burns book. And the next page, page 34, it shows you how many pieces. So we're gonna cut these into squares. The next page shows you how many squares you need for whatever size you're making. I'm making the square queen. It says 36 of the little squares. All right, so then we cut it into 2.5 inch squares. 2.5 inch squares. These are 2.5 inch strips. So you just cut in 2.5 inches increments. That's what we're gonna do. All right, so don't forget to cut off your selvage edge. I have already done that. Here's my selvage that I just cut off. And then you're just going to measure 2.5 inches and cut it right off. All right, so 1, 2.5. That's a little backwards way to cut. All right, so then you have your 2.5 inch square. And you're just gonna keep doing it until you get enough squares that you are finished. Enough squares so that you're finished and you have enough that you're you have enough so that you have enough for your pattern, whatever the book says. Like I said, page 34 tells you how many you need for your size. I am doing a square queen, so I need 36. I am going, it told me to cut 3 strips of the center, and I'm gonna have to sew together all 3 of my strips and then cut them up. So that's what I want you guys to have done for next week. Have 36 of these if you're joining me with the square queen. 36 of these ready to go for next week, and then we'll continue with our sewing, but that's the project for this week. Sew your center and your first light together, as many strips of center as you cut for your pattern, and then cut them into 2.5 inch squares. All right, if you have questions, just let me know. Thanks for watching.